And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the star of our show, direct from the bar,
PB.
Ooh la la la, ooh la la la. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. What's going on out there, peeps? All right, let's go over some news from Iraq, but most importantly, at the end of the video, you're going to hear some major news regarding the Iraqi stock exchange. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. All right, Iraq calmly repeats its role in the international trade. So this is the route right here from the Port of Fa. This is that major development road they're trying to build. It's going to go from here all the way up until Turkey right here, and it's split off. So this is the route that they're talking about. This is a big undertaking. A report by the Procurement Magazine for Economic Analysis dealt with the significant economic geopolitical benefits and returns of the initiative of the Iraqi Development Road project extending from the Grand Port of Fa to the Turkish border, pointing out that it will be a particular alternative to other commercial channels that compete in shortening distance and low costs, transforming the country into a regional logistics center at a time when it creates a multi-source economy away from oil only. See, that's one of the biggest things that Iraq needs to do, and this is a big plus for Iraq. Obviously, they got to get away from just relying on oil so much. What I don't like about it is that whenever there's a conflict, these people fight with one another, they have a habit of going straight to the things that matter the most to each country. To me, it's just a big fat target, both the Port of Fa and the highway. So hopefully they'll get past all that. Things will get better, calmer. People will be happier. Look, you get the people back to working and they're making money. You'd be surprised what kind of uprising you can have on behalf of the government against these idiots out there causing all this trouble. So yeah, you're looking from it going from here, this road I'm talking about, because down here would be the Port of Fa, and it's going to just drive right on up here into this Turkey. That's a big distance. The report indicates that Iraq Development Road Project represents a $17 billion transformative infrastructure initiative aimed at connecting the Gulf to Europe. And as global shipping faces challenges resulting from regional instability and bottlenecks such as the Suez Canal, Iraq is quietly redefining its roles in the international trade. This logistic corridor extends from the large Port of Fa in southern Iraq to the Turkish border, and it is a strategic alternative that will reshape supply and transport chains between Asia and Europe. This major project has been described as one of the most important infrastructure projects in Iraq since the 1920s. This faster path yields direct benefits in procurement by enabling faster supply routes, reducing storage costs, and improving responsive to market changes. So that makes Iraq a huge hub, and they'll be right smack in the middle of it. The global importance of the development road in Iraq has emerged amid the ongoing Red Sea crisis, which has exacerbated by conflicts in the Middle East, where shipping delays have become commonplace. In this context, the land corridor in Iraq provides a particular alternative. In recent weeks, truck drivers from Poland and Germany have completed trips from Europe to the Gulf via Iraq in just 10 days, less than half of the required time by sea through the Suez Canal. The journey from Turkey to Kuwait now takes only 7 days, and digital border crossings have reduced waiting times by 92%. That's actually really ass-kicking, you guys. The International Road Transport System, which ensures the safe and efficient movement of goods across borders, is already in place, enhancing the smooth flow of cross-border supply and procurement. Hakim, a transport infrastructure expert in the University of Baghdad, told a Middle East Observer earlier this year, the development road is expected to become a virtual trade corridor, not only for Iraq, but for the entire region. By connecting the Gulf of Europe via Turkey, it will serve as a new Silk Road, refreshing old trade routes and promoting economic integration. This corridor provides a particular alternative to the Suez Canal, which means further diversification of routes and reduced risk of interruption and obstruction, thus ensuring more reliable supply chains. And at the heart of this development road project in Iraq is a large port of Fa, which is currently being built in the city of Al Fa. This deep port features the world's largest breaker with a length of 14.5 kilometers, is expected to handle 7.5 million containers annually, and is capable of receiving the world's largest container ships. The port extends from 1,200 kilometers land and railway to Turkey, and the project is expected to fully be operational by 2028. In addition to transport infrastructure, the project plans to develop at least 10 new cities along the railway routes, along with several industrial zones and logistics centers. The development of these areas will provide new opportunities for local supplies and jobs as well, as tons of jobs. The path of the development is not just a logistical project, but a geopolitical shift, depicting the transformation of Iraq from a country that has suffered from wars to a pivotal regional link. The project is supported by Turkey, Qatar, and United Arab Emirates, who recognize the potential to boost regional trade and reduce dependence on vulnerable sea routes if they could just keep from fighting with one another. The president of the Kurdistan region, Barzani, said the development road project represents a decisive step towards building a more stable and a prosperous Iraq, based on diversification economy and strengthening regional cooperation with neighboring countries. Turkey's participation is pivotal as it represents the northern endpoint of the corridor, which will connect to Europe through the following cities. These projects provide an incentive for economic prosperity and that the entire region can benefit. So see, it's not just Iraq, there's other countries too. So that's the positive side of this. This is less likely to cause conflict if everybody benefits from it. A fellow of the Middle East Council for International Affairs, as global trade networks seek to enhance their resilience under geopolitical fluctuations, Iraq has proven that it is offering not only a backup plan, but perhaps a new main trade artery. This project will redraw the economic map in the region and turn Iraq into an alternative commercial artery in the heart of Eurasia, which means transforming the country from an importer of opportunity to an exporter of corridors and create a multi-source economy away from its dependence on oil. Hallelujah. So apparently there's some big things going on in Iraq to the point now, listen to what I'm saying carefully, by the end of next week, do you hear me? I believe July 25th is the last day. That is the last day that Wise will be open to the public. You heard me right. They are closing it off. We're going back to being closed to the public. This is the last week in which you could buy some blocks for those of you who are already invested in it. If you're not yet invested into the Iraqi stock, this is your last chance to get aboard. Then they're closed to the public again. The last time they were closed for years. So don't be left out in the cold this time. We all know there's a lot of big changes happening in Iraq, which is only going to benefit the Iraqi Stock Exchange and those people who are invested in it. So give them a call right there at 850-419-3624. Tell them Pimpy sent you. And they'll walk you through and help you to get set up. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.